Behind every black and blue moment, there's a heartbeat, a struggle, a silent story that never made it to the surface. This show isn't about pain, it's about power. It's about how we rise, even when life tries to knock us down. We've all had these moments when the pressure of life, business, or relationships felt too heavy to carry. But somehow we kept pushing. Somehow we're still standing. That's what this space is for. Not just for talking, but to heal, to grow, to rebuild, to face the real, the raw, the messy middle we often hide. You're not alone here. You're seen, you're heard, and your story matters. I'm Indigo Brown, and I created this space because I've lived the black and blue, but I also know what it means to come out shining, to build something beautiful from brokenness. So welcome to Ask Indigo Brown, embracing your black and blue moments on the Small Business Network podcast TV. This is where pain meets purpose, where your comeback begins. Let's talk, let's grow, let's embrace it all together. Hello, and thank you, and welcome back again. I'm Ask Indigo Brown, and you're watching me on the Small Business Network podcast TV. Today we have Swag Two Time in the house,
Yeah,
everybody. So please thank you in introducing Swag Two Time. He's gonna bring up the energy and talk about some real interesting things happening in the next couple of months. He's got a bunch of shows going on. And this is a popping guy, man. I'm telling you. So you want to hear everything we have to say today and how to keep tuned, how to reach out for more, and how to maybe insert yourself to get something started. You never know what you get here when you watch me. So have fun with what we have talking today.
let's
How are
do it.
you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. It's been a day.
Yeah, it's been a long day. And so I was like, yeah, on Fridays, that's when the crazy come out.
Yeah, Friday's definitely gonna be popping today. We got a busy week month. It's the next couple of months are about to be
It's about to
crazy.
be
So
going down, man. We got a lot of stuff going on, especially me and you with the back to school, the vendors, back to school that we're putting together, man. That's gonna be amazing for the city of Chicago, man. It's gonna be dope. Bring everyone together, bring something different and just the whole vibe, man.
yeah, totally, man. Chicago definitely needs to see a change of an environment. It needs to see people kind of coming together, collaborating, trying to meet on the same level when it comes to business and partnership. I
Hmm.
see a lot of great things coming for the future. The next couple of months look like they're kind of filled up already. You got so
Yeah,
much
yeah,
going
I do,
on.
I do. I be booked and busy, man. I try to stay booked and busy. Um, Doing these shows. I got this project that I'm putting out, with the music futuristic. So I got that in the midst of throwing events, hosting events. It's Motion Gang Entertainment. We bring the entertainment, we bring the fun to you. So we whatever you need done, we got it from photographer, security, whatever you need, man, we got it.
Got you, got you. People want to know that, especially here in Chicago, and they got a lot of events going on, a lot of the gatherings when it comes to showcasing business
Mhm.
opportunities. Like, man, if you can have a great artist there to kind of do the openers, why wouldn't you want to do that? So,
Yeah,
music
definitely.
right now is popping, and I don't think it'll ever really be outdated. You know, let's see one person that doesn't like music. Like,
Right. It's
people
gonna
love dancing.
it's if you love dancing, you're gonna forever love music. That's why I say it's for all genres. So yeah, man, music is life, man. That's the way I take it.
So, what inspired you to start making music?
I come from a music line in my family. My grandmother, she did gospel. My dad, he did R&B, rubbed the stump at the Apollo and stuff like that. So it was pretty dope, just watching my family do music. And I started off dancing. I used to dance. We got to dance at Chicago Footwork. That's what I was doing and everything like that. And it just transitioned to me not being afraid to perform, and the music just came through.
That's brave. You're a lot braver than I am. I'm telling you right
Yeah,
now. I'm kind
yeah,
of trying to figure it out.
yeah. It's dope, like the transition, like from everything. I was able to go through every phase of music by going in the studio. My dad taking me to the studio for the first time and recording the actual real studio, and it was a song with my dad, so that was pretty dope for me to come into the game. Like, okay, breaking me in into being
Yeah.
in a real studio, and you know, look where we at now, man. We done been did everything, toured everywhere, worked with all the stars, and got more to come.
So
Definitely got more
music's
to come.
kind of been your whole life.
Yeah, definitely. The music is what got me into everything else. I'm doing music, but I want to do everything. So, I'm about to be in my first movie over the summer as well. So, yeah,
Still,
man,
still.
shout out to We Next Up Fields. My boy, he reached out to me. And yeah, man. So, I'm in all avenues. I'm in all avenues.
That's dope. That's dope. Never leave yourself in one box. You gotta kind
Uh,
of adventure
can't,
out and see what
yeah,
you
definitely.
find
Yep,
talent and love and passion in.
yeah,
People are getting into all kinds of things: TV, radio,
yeah.
podcasts. All kinds of arts and industries. Like, never
Content
leave
creator.
yourself,
Yeah,
not having that outlet.
yeah. Like I say, content creating is really big now as well. So it's a lot of avenues that I want to tap into, that I haven't tapped into. That's what makes it fun, man. The entertainment game. You want to do everything. You do music is to always tread into something else. So
Well, I know that you like to do creations and creating things. I help in a lot of those departments, as you see.
you do, yeah. The website that we put together that is so dope. You're so creative. I just wanted to see what you was gonna come up with, and it was amazing. I'm telling anybody you need any websites done, you better hit up because swag2times.com is dope. You can find everything you need to know about me by just going on the site, man. It's dope. I love it.
It's definitely an energy thing. I think I had to kind of like feel where you were coming from and get
Yeah,
enough information
yeah,
and insight
yeah,
on you. And I was like, all right, I see where the spirit's going. And so it all kind of just became a thing. And before you knew it, we worked to make it right. And
right.
you see how fast I like to work with you. So, and you
Yeah,
work with
and
me
I was
and
like,
you make
yeah,
it work.
I'm like, she, I like how she operate that same, similar to how I operate. I be,
It's the collabs,
let's
I'm
get it
telling
going.
you.
For real, for real.
So, who are your biggest musical influences?
Influences, man. Growing up, it was always like Lil Wayne. I loved him because he was able to be so diverse at the time, from singing to, rapping to making love songs for the ladies, stuff like that. Also the new age coming up, I would say Future. He's a dope artist. You know what I'm saying? Came up watching that Atlanta kind of feel with the swag and the saucy flow. So yeah,
Right, right.
just a couple people that actually help influence kind of my style. But then I call my style Shy style because I was able to go down south. That's why I went to college at down there in Oklahoma. So I was able to go everywhere down
Wow.
south and see everything, from Atlanta to Louisiana, everywhere, Texas, everything. It was the dope vibe.
So you got a new approach to music and
Yeah,
how it's
yeah.
coming.
And then was able to come back to Chicago and then see what they had going on, put it together, and that's how I came up with Shy Style,
Okay, okay, okay. I see you. I see
man.
you out there. I see you. I see how you coming. Okay. So,
Yeah,
for those that don't understand, when you hear Shy Style, just know that this man right here is the one where, it all started. So don't
yeah,
forget where you heard it first.
definitely, 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 man. So we pushing it, man. We going crazy right now, so it's getting big and amazing.
I say. So how would you describe your music?
Fun, turn. I got, stuff for everyone from rock to the pain to the Afro beats to, whatever. I'm like a melting pot. I just go with the flow. If I like the record and the beat and I'm feeling it, I like to do new challenges. So, I'm even trying to come out with a country record if I can. I got something in the works that I got going on right now with that. It's already laid. They like, so it's every genre to me. That's why I say Shy Style, because I'm not like in a box. I'm like, you know,
That's
I'm
right.
like,
I like that you're saying you're not in a box. That's
nah,
right.
can't
It's
be.
I, so you're one of those kids that can draw on the line and then kind of see the outline and give it a little Papa style and
No,
attitude.
seriously, seriously, no
Okay,
doubt,
okay,
no doubt,
okay,
no
okay,
doubt.
okay. He's different. He's different.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, but no,
how
it's
do you
definitely.
how do you do your approach on songwriting?
It just comes to me, man. To make it crazy, I do a lot of my songwriting in my bathroom. It's like I go in there, I get my little solitude, and it's just like I put the beat on, and it might be weird, but it's like I don't know, it's like my little haven where I'm able to just. I wrote a lot of my dope records, just chilling in the bathroom, cooling, uh, getting that solitude, because I'm a full time dad as well, so uh, I'm here on top of dealing with real life. Got to keep the business going and everything like that. So yeah.
Well,
Uh,
when did you first start like with the music? When was like the first age and I guess song genres where you started to kind of like come out?
it was more like when my about 6 7 years ago, when I really took music more seriously and started really understanding the game, learning what I could, how to eat from it, get my royalties, the split sheets, the production, all the behind the scenes stuff that I didn't know. I was just making songs. I'm like, no, I need to start getting paid, and um, that took me in my music career with working with 3 6 Mafia. Shout out to Country Black, DJ Paul, Juicy J. So I was able to go in the studio with them, also write with them, and just get the atmosphere, just being in that game in the industry, and just picking up for some OGs.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty dope, man. It was pretty dope.
If you were to have some shorties that wanted to come up to you and say like, as a mentorship or something like that, to say like, how did you get started? Like, because a lot of the shorties right now, they're struggling on the streets, and a lot of them
No,
like they're trying
no,
to
for
find an
real.
outlet, and they're good at music and rapping and hip hop and stuff like that, but they don't feel like they got it or they can make it or they have a way. Like,
Right,
what would you give
right.
advice for shorties that want to get into music?
Man, never give up. And if you can make music and it's dope and you can feel it and it's coming from your soul, you got to just get it laid down. Once
Right.
the first time you go in that studio, you're gonna want to keep going back. So whatever you gotta do, save up your money, whatever, work, get you a job. You gotta if you really want to do it, you gotta fund it yourself for the first beginning. And
Yep.
it's cool to do the street stuff, you know what I'm saying? But with the rapping in the street, it ain't gonna really go because you gotta get the money in there. So it's like if you rapping what you're supposed to be doing, you should be straight. Get in that studio, lay it down. Once you get in that studio, that'll help change a lot of people out there. Be in that studio a lot.
Right. Right. What is your creative process like?
Really, like it depends. It really depends on what you want from me. Because, like I said, I can do artist development. If you reach out, we could talk and negotiate. Depends on how good the craft is that you get. If I really like the song, I might just help you out off GP. There's some people that I didn't help off GP because I'm like, yeah, that's all you missing is this. You know what I'm
I
saying? Yeah, I catch you on the back end. But I'm never like a gatekeeper type of person. You can always reach out to me for anything. So that's why I always been good in the streets because they know I'm trying to put the next man on. You know what I'm saying? And I don't got necessarily benefit from it. So my
That's like
best.
to pay it forward.
Yeah, It's like I give deposits into the world. I'm only gonna get bigger deposits to be able to get bigger withdrawals. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Right.
like, yeah, you got to,
I
you got
love
to,
I love that. I love
yeah,
that.
nah, for real, for real. So.
That's real talk though. A lot of people tend to like if they had information that they can help someone free, like it's
Mhm.
nothing to just give some information or at least send you
Nothing
the
but
direction
info.
on to help you.
I've been
Like
there.
why wouldn't you?
I've been there before where, I had to learn myself when people had it in they right there in they brain. So I understand. So I'll never do that because I know how the way it felt when somebody did it to me.
That someone actually giving you a chance.
Hmm.
See,
Definitely.
that's some real talk. That's
For real, for real.
real talk. Do you ever experience writer's block? And if you do, how do you overcome it?
Really, sometimes, not it's like second to nature now. It's like it's more about me going in there, laying the song down and seeing what the engineer gonna do. Cause like I kind of got past of the having writer's block. If it's a song I like, I'm about to write it in like 30 minutes or something, 45 minutes. So I'm gonna keep it.
Okay.
That's just how the pace goes with it. Like a lot of these new songs I got, it took me less than an hour to write, and they like knocking. It's like that's just always been my mentality. I've always been a great writer. That's what got me in the game was writing for big artists. So I've always been a dope writer. So that's
Okay.
second to none.
So that means you would probably be good in spoken word.
Oh yeah. If I wanted to tap into spoken word, I really could, because any rapper is the same thing as spoken word. It's just done slowly and a
Yeah.
little a little bit more intensified and improv and being there and giving it to them actually live. It's just like recording live. That's basically what it is. But yeah, I will. That's a lane I would love to get into. Probably a few years down the line as I get older. I'll probably tap into that.
I say that spoken word can help you with understanding how to kind of like pace yourself, especially when it comes to acting. Like if you can
Mhm.
learn how to pace yourself with words, and catch where you need to like give that attention or that affection or that emotion inside of it, like spoken word will help you do that.
Okay, I'm gonna have to definitely tap into that lane though, for real, for real.
Yeah, definitely. It'll help you to kind of, figure it out and figure out how to move forward when it comes to the acting. I promise
Okay,
you.
okay, okay. I believe you. I believe you.
What is your favorite song to perform and why?
My favorite song is my hit record, "Run It Up." I love that song 'cause that's the record that broke me into the game. It's a fun, lit T record, and the video is just as dope. So yeah, that's one of my favorite records to perform. "Run It Up." It's on all platforms as well. So yeah,
Many
that's my
people
thing.
they probably don't ask this question, but what inspired that song?
Run It Up. I was running it up during the time, man. I was getting to the bag. Once you go to the video, you'll see I was actually getting to that bag during the time. You know what I'm saying? So I was running it up. Run it up. So I was just running it up. So that was my way of
Your
getting to the money at
inspiration.
the time. Yeah,
Okay, okay. That was your beef and potatoes.
yeah. Beef and potatoes. Beef and
Yep.
potatoes.
Okay, okay. Have you ever collaborated with other artists, and what is the process like?
Yes, I collaborate with a couple of artists, and from all over, from local dope artists to artists from all over the nation: Detroit, Atlanta, big names, 3 6 Mafia, RP the Reese from Three Piece. We got a dope record, me and Three Piece. It's a vibe. I like to feel how the other what the other artists, because I know how I'm gonna come. It's more like I want to feel how y'all come. And
I
I'm
see.
gonna feed off that, but I want it to be like, I want you to be comfortable around me because I know I'd be probably fast, ready to go, be done, all that. So I really like to see what the artist got, and then from now on point, we'll put something together. Cause me and my boy King Dono, shout out to King Dono, you know what I'm saying, man, and King Swifty, my brother King K, they all kings, man. So the records we got is dope, but when we in the studio, the energy be lit though. I'm used to throwing events, so I try to keep it lit in the studio where it's a vibe. You're gonna have fun. You're gonna be ready to record, lay your record down, and turn up.
You got something coming up pretty soon, don't you?
Yeah, I do, I do, I do.
What's that about?
I actually got an event I'm doing tonight, actually.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
at Rollo's tonight. It's gonna be a dope vibe. We showing love to the trap. The '90s, 2000s. It's gonna be a vibe. Shout out to Control Freak. You see, I'm wearing the shirt. That's my boy Maine and his wife Gabby. That company that they got promo team. We've been getting a lot of money together. So, Motion Gang Control Freak, man. Tonight, Rollo's in East Chicago, Indiana. It's gonna be a vibe. All you gotta do is Google it, man. It's gonna be fun
Dope, dope, dope. See, people already getting invited to things.
though. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What is the most memorable or unique moment from your career, and what has a significant impact on your life?
And one of my biggest moments in my career was actually getting a real check from music. Like a real check. Like, oh whoa, these are some bands. You know, um, whether it was behind the scenes or whatever, but that was one of the biggest moments in my life, for real, for real. And what was the second question you said? What was the
What was the most memorable or unique moment
yeah,
from
okay,
your
okay.
career?
So that, yeah, I'll say memorable. I chose memorable. Yeah, but that was it though. When I was saying it, that's a couple of zeros. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, now it's for real. Now it's time to live a little bit. So yeah, that was seriously that was one of the biggest memorable moments in my life. And, of course, my kids being here, but on the music side, it was that. You
Yeah, of course, of course. You know, um, never give up on your dreams. You always push harder for what you want and never be satisfied where you're at.
yeah, never be,
Never, never.
can't be,
You can't have that one track mind to be satisfied where you're sitting.
can be
Cause
sitting.
I'm never gonna be satisfied where I'm
Yeah,
sitting. I want more. Cause I
I
know I
need
can
more.
do more.
Yeah, and that's what it is. When you know you could do more, you want more. So no, like you say, never, never. It's always more money around. Ain't no billionaire telling you that.
Right?
They
Right?
want more. They want more.
So you got to keep doing what you got to do. That's that grind. That's that grind.
And
And
that's
you learn more into the talent, don't
no,
you?
seriously, yeah, seriously, and you like you say, you gotta love the grind. Sometimes it's gonna get ugly, sometimes it's gonna get bad, but when it's good and you there, and when a finished project that you done put together, and man, phew, that's the best feeling in the world right there too. Seriously.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
definitely.
if you don't love the grind, man, you can't be into this like this for real.
Straight up. Straight up. I mean, it, Rome wasn't built overnight.
No,
You had to really put that work into it to make it a reality. And then look at
yeah.
how beautiful it ended up being. Like
Mhm,
you're still young, so you still got a lot of years in front of you. Like
mhm.
this ain't nothing. This is just the beginning of the doors that are about to open for you if you keep applying your pressure and you keep doing what you need to do and you keep, putting yourself out there, promote, promote, promote. Don't give up on yourself and don't let anyone
Consistency.
ever tell you that you can't be something because that ain't real. That's just a hater
No,
right there.
no, for real. And you seriously hit it right on the nail. Consistency is the key. So if you're not consistent in anything that you do, you're not gonna be successful, no
Right,
matter what's going on. So
right,
yeah, consistency, 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 straight up.
straight up. Who do you look up to?
Um, I was really like I said, the higher power. You know what I'm saying? Because I get inspiration from people. It ain't more of like a look up because it's like I know who I am as well. Not to be conceited and nothing like that, but you have to be that type of mentality
Yep,
if you want to be considered a king or a boss. So it's like me just looking at everyone around me that inspires me, whether it be from the guy that just opened up the hot dog stand to my homie that just became a millionaire, or my brother that opened up a restaurant. Like that's all inspiration,
right.
So yeah, I'm like I said, it's really nobody I look up to other than him, because I know what I could do, So if I want it done, I can get it done. So it's like it's just a grind. That's it.
So that means you understand the I am in self.
Yes, yes, yes. You got to be that way. That's the only way you be successful, and it's not being mean at all, because you love everyone, deeply, and they know who to call if they need. So it'll never be that. So you gotta have that type of mentality if you really trying to make it. You gotta have that type of mentality. So
I definitely get that. Like when you're trying really hard, have you come to the point where like you're moving and you're pushing and you're doing and you get those little distractions? It's like how do you tune out and sound out all the noise and all the distractions and all the negative thoughts and the negative talk? Like how and keep focused? Like how are you managing that?
man, gotta be mentally strong, because a lot of people don't be mentally strong. I'm definitely mentally strong. Been through a lot. Seen a lot. The disloyalty, the betrayal, the all that. I seen it all. So it's more like having a strong mind. Because if your mind not strong, you can actually lose it. So it's more of strong mentality. Because yeah, people be crazy, and they'll try to trick you out your spot. And I ain't gonna let you trick me out my spot, but just don't think I'm dumb and don't know what's going on either. Because you're gonna definitely know
Never get lost in it.
never, never. So
Never get
that's
lost in it.
yeah, you gotta have a strong mentality, man. You gotta have a strong mind to get into this for real, for real. So that's what I say. That helps me out a lot, though. Straight up.
I say never lose who you are and never become somebody that you ain't trying to be.
No, for real. Seriously. And that's what a lot of people do. It's a lot of people that do that, man. And I never did it. I never been the type to, money ain't never. If it's full gazy, I'm gonna let you know. I don't care who you is, how big, whatever's going on. I'm just not with that foolery. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
too much of a 100 guy to let the foolery go around and then turn the other cheek. I'm gonna have to let you know something about yourself. So yeah, definitely, straight up.
It's hard out here, man. It's hard out here. It really is. If there
Yeah.
was anything else you can do besides music, what would it be?
I really want to get into the AR, and into like get into the record labels and go find talent. Cause I'm good at finding good talent, So that's some other than music or whatever's real estate or whatever that's gonna get me there to where I need to get into, And I'm
Right.
tapping into everything. So I what's ever gonna bring the money in because I know what I'm capable of doing. So yeah, that's
Are,
basically it.
are you looking for talent?
Yeah, I actually got a artist that I've been working with. So he's already kind of established, so I don't have to do too much
Right.
because I'm still working on this project that I got going on right here. Because I got people on the West Coast telling me, look, they trying to bring me, fly me out, want me to sit down, come to the table, and with me being as knowledgeable as I am now, oh yeah, I love to sit down and talk to y'all now, because I know what to negotiate, I know to get what I'm looking for, so is that they still looking for the kid that they saying you still popping, bro, you still make phenomenal music. So right now, I'm focusing on me this year, to close out this year with all the events, the back to school, getting back to the community, dropping my project with my EP release party I'm having June 27th, for Futuristic. It's gonna be a dope vibe, dope vibe. Yeah, so that's basically right now. I'm looking for talent, but right now I'm focusing on me. But if you need any advice and information, you can holler at me, or I can send you to my people boss lady management. So I know they looking for dope artists. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. That's right. That's right for all the shout outs too. Like, that helps. That helps, like, when people watch, they're gonna understand that this is Chicago. And right now we're representing Chicago and we're saying, hey, Chicago, look at us. Look what we got going on. Look at what we're doing. Look at what we're trying to do, how we're trying to give back and what's in store. So
Hmm.
by advertising and promoting yourself and what you got going on, that can not just help you, that's gonna help someone who can use
Yeah.
your assistance,
Yep.
participate in what you got going on, how
Yep.
they can show support, even probably collaborate. So like
Yeah.
take the nuggets while you're watching the show and don't forget to do the reach out or looking how to get some assistance, collaboration,
Beats,
even in
producers,
management.
studios, some photographers. You need some photo shoots. I mean, I will send you in the right direction, and I would do it, honestly and genuinely. And these people that you're gonna work with got the same type of heart I got. So
Right.
yeah, definitely reach out. I'm trying to help my city and and break that barrier of everybody wanting to gatekeep to look cool. You know what I'm saying? Not me. I want to see everybody look cool. I want to see everybody win and look good. And shine.
Everybody get to eat.
Yeah, everybody gotta eat. Everybody gotta eat. What they say. All right, everybody gotta eat. So that's the type of time I'm on. Though.
Yep, definitely. Do you have any family support in the process of it all?
Yeah, I got my family behind me. They love what I do. I got my brothers. I got, of course, my dad. My mom. I got children. I got my girl. It's. I got. They believe in me just as much as I believe in myself. You know. Shout out to like I say, Stephanie. She's like family. So yeah, it's all love, man. We all showing love, man. So yeah, they believe in me just as much.
Right. I see it as going somewhere. Like I see the effort, I see the push, I see the momentum in you right now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I like to work with. You know, you see how fast I move. I would
Yeah.
like to move with people that want to help themselves, help us, help everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yep.
you move,
Hit it
I
right on
move,
the
we
head.
move,
Yep.
everybody get
Yep.
it done. Like,
Yep.
you know,
Yep.
we on a grind mode right now. And so like if you're trying to get that support and you're trying to get that push and you're trying to get that recognition, like right now, when me working with TV and radio, I work throughout the states. And so like by you pushing for Chicago and we're helping to push you for Chicago, I can push you throughout the states too.
Yeah.
So that's one way of helping. That's my umbrella way of giving my give back purpose. That's why when I tell you guys I do a give back, this is
I,
how I
I,
do a give
I
back by
appreciate
pushing.
that too.
Then I
And that's
support you by
dope.
building what you
That's
need,
dope.
because you
Mm-hmm.
need to be seen and we got to get you seen. So
Mm-hmm.
you're already being heard. Now you're being seen and now
Mm-hmm.
you're promoting and getting pushed. So now we're going to push it to other states so that everybody else can see you in the process. Cause like, why wouldn't we do that?
Yeah.
You already started doing your steps. We can all help you along the way. And for those that are watching that have assistance and ways to help and collab or make it work for the benefit of everybody, like this is your time to hear it, understand, and reach out, push it, push it, push it. Like we want to
Push
push
it.
the
Push it.
content.
Yes. Yes. Content. 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 And like I say, your network is only as big as your network. So you got to be able to network with people and be able to reach out. You got to be able to reach out. Um, because it's people out here that's just like you that's looking for answers, and people that's like me that'll give them to you. You
Right.
know. So like I love my team I got. You know, like I say, you guys are amazing, amazing. Um,
It takes a village, man.
it takes a village. You know, we all collaborate from Wild Hunters ENT. You know, my brother who also got Checkmate Champions. He's going to be one of the vendors. You know, he has a chess company. He actually teaches in my daughter's school. Um, and you can check him out. He's phenomenal. He got, just teaching them chess is life, So it's like it's all a part of what we do, you
Right.
know. Um, and then this year also, I forgot to mention me actually getting when you said TV, I thought about me getting into network television with the Jamie McGrone show. Shout out to Jamie McGrone. It comes on Saturday at 8 a.m. on the U. Um, it's a dope vibe, bringing a something new and flavorful to Chicago, but also great upscale content. Uh, and I'm, naming the credits on TV and everything like that. So me just seeing behind the scenes of how you actually record
Right.
a show and dealing with cameras and dealing with the cuts and it's amazing. It's such a vibe. You guys definitely have to come out and check it out. I invited you out.
Yep.
You and
Yep.
her husband to come out and be a studio guest because it's a very very dope vibe. The Jamie McGrone show, the Jamie McGrone show, man, on Saturdays at 8 a.m. Gotta shout out my boy, man, because he making it happen, man. I'm proud of him as well. So, me getting into network television and everything, it's like, sky's the limit this year, man. Sky's the limit.
It's funny how you say network television because so business network marketing, hey, and then
Yeah,
we do
yeah,
TV
yeah,
and
yeah,
radio as
yeah,
well, and so
yeah.
like you're gonna get pushed throughout the states. Like
Yeah,
right
I
now
love
we
it.
have Georgia, we have New York, we have Tennessee, we have
Mm.
Alabama, we have Georgia, Canada for some reason. I don't know. They've been watching, so I'm like,
I'm like, I actually did an interview at a Canada Toronto interview. So yeah, they're definitely watching and seeing what's going on over here. So yeah, like I say, I need you guys. You guys got me. I feel like this is what everyone's gonna help each other. I feel like we're gonna get to what we need to get to, man. Seriously, it's on fire right now. It's
yes,
on
that
fire.
it's that woo.
You know that on me, on
That's how
God.
we roll. That's how we
Yeah.
rolling over here.
Hmm. Definitely.
Would you ever have any other? Would you have any other artists just starting out perform for you?
Yeah. Of course. Oh, I love to. I put on showcases for new artists. That's what I did a lot last year. Put on tons of showcases, bringing out talent, and the talent then went and you know blossom. So yeah, I love doing it. I got a couple of those coming, especially during the winter time when it get a little bit chilly outside, September, fall time. that's when I started doing a lot of showcases for the artists, and bringing the artists in, and having a little dance come through, and we turn up, man. We make the artists feel good. They gonna get the whole experience, with the photographers, videographers, motion gang entertainment. That's what we bring when we come. We try to bring fun, you know.
I like that. I like that. Fun. I might have to use you. I
No,
got an
seriously.
event coming up. We're looking for maybe August, September, something like that. Yet again, I told you about my umbrella foundation.
Mhm.
So I need enough collaborators to kind of all come together.
Right.
Outside of business, we
Of course.
collaboration. We trying to do this for the city. Like Chicago
Right.
needs so
Right.
much help right now, and like if we
Uh,
can show them how we can kind of all come together to make the one cause. Let's help each other out here. Let's clean up Chicago. Let's build it up.
yeah.
Let's give back. Let's show the people we care. Like Chicago fell asleep. It feels like, people have just kind of gave up, and the city's lost right now. So we got to show them, hey, like, wake up. It's time to wake
Yeah.
up. It's time to get
Yeah.
it together, and we
No,
got
seriously.
you. Like we got you.
Yeah, and that's what we trying to do, and that's what we've been doing. Um, Basically, like you say, trying to bring the city together, man. Stop all the BS. You know, get back to these kids. Let's get them something to do. Let's let them know people love them, and go see where it goes. You got it. You got, like I say, it takes a village, so you just can't give up. You just can't give up. I ain't giving up. I got kids that's gonna be, that's out here with the other generation and the other youth. So you can't give up
Yep.
if you pushing the right thing. So
Yeah,
and it's
definitely.
a bunch of us, a lot of artists that's established, that's been actually on that push for peace. Shout out to J Man. He's one of the first to actually put it on the map and actually push, press the push for peace thing that we're trying to do in Chicago. So,
Got to.
it's a process. And he's still going through the process. So it takes time, but we could definitely do it though. We just can't give up.
Yeah. Got to show Chicago some love. It's
Yeah,
like a
man.
baby. You have to cradle it.
You gotta pray. For real, for real.
You got to. You got to. So, what's new for the next couple of months? I know you got some events going on. So, let's talk a little bit about them before we get ready to close out.
Well, like I say, tonight I'll be at Rollo's with Control Freak. See, I'm repping the brand. Shout out to Maine and Gabby. We gonna turn up East Chicago, Indiana tonight, so y'all could come out, come catch a vibe. We got DJ Flex Lugo on the ones and twos, my boy. So we gonna turn up. Also I got June 12th, the Ballers and Baddies juke party I'll be having at New Ambitions. It's gonna be a vibe. It's gonna be a vibe. We putting some dope events for the summer together. Then Juneteenth, shout out to my boy Daryl. He got I think like a 3-on-3 basketball tournament that he putting together that he want me to be a part of. So June's pretty booked, man. I got interviews and stuff going on. So it's like Jones book. Then June 27th, that's the big day. My EP
Mhm.
release party I have and in the Pilsen area towards the downtown. You help me out with that. You the goat out here. You study reaching your hand out. Um, June 27th EP release party. That's gonna be a real vibe. I'm dropping my EP. First project I done dropped in a couple of years, so I got a lot of dope friends, family. It's real intermediate. It ain't gonna be that, probably about 100 and 120 people. I want to, it's gonna be a private, but it's gonna be a real vibe though. So yeah, that's basically, man, for the next couple of months. I got Nashville in July, Vegas in July, Atlanta in July. It's a lot going on. So but
Leading all the
we
way
got,
up until
like
August.
I
Right up
said,
in
right to the
August.
back to school. I got the back to school thing that we putting together as well. The back to school with the vendors and everything. We got the
Right.
the doctors
Right.
coming out. I'm trying to get some horseback riding and everything like that going on. The face paint. We're gonna have the whole 9 school supplies. We're gonna have everything. So we pretty booked up for the summer, man. It's gonna be a fun summer, man. Then not to mention everything I'm doing with Control Freak and them, man. So Yeah, man, we lit, man. On the promo side, the party side, the music side, the TV side, the like I say, first movie acting side. When I get in there, I'm gonna go kill that too. So yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
Cool. So I don't even have to jump into. So what's next after all of this?
After all this, it's gonna be time to get that check. You know what I'm saying? Get that check. But I'm aiming for like Lollapalooza next year. WGN, just get on these news networks and get my face on TV for real. Just let them know about the brand and what we got in store for the next 5 to 6 years. We ain't going nowhere.
That's right. Already got to start big planning. I already see it.
Yeah,
He already
yeah,
got the vision board. He already got the vision board there. I
yeah,
see it. I
yeah,
see it.
yeah, 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 yeah.
And lastly, how can people find you?
You can find me on my website that I just got, swag2times.com. And it's not no www, it's just swag2times.com. You can look it up and find me on everything, or you can just Google swag2times, SWAGG2X. Just Google me, man, and everything will pop up, website, everything. So you can find anything to book me for, or to host the event, or to just reach out, just put swag 2 times and everything gonna come up.
Anything else you want to say before we get ready to jump off of here? What would you like to leave your audience and for those that are going to be replaying this later?
I appreciate y'all for checking us out, man. Motion Gang Entertainment, Boss Lady Management, Wild Hunters ENT. We taking over, man. We coming to take some to let the industry and the entertainment game know that Chicago is in the building, that we do could be fun and also bring people together the right way, because I came from a background of in the trenches and everything like that, so. It's about bringing people together, man, and that's what we do well. So watch out, man. Motion Gang Entertainment, we in the building.
All right. So you heard it here. You heard it here first. And everything you need to know, just hit us on the replay. I'm Ask Indigo Brown. Thank you for embracing your black and blue moments on the Small Business Network Podcast TV. Until next time, peace out and see you again coming soon.
Peace.
Life isn't simple, and there's no handbook to guide us through it. But in the end, what truly matters is how we navigate the hard times, how we rise above. So let's shed the baggage, release the burdens, and break free from the labels that have kept us bound for far too long. It's time to let our souls breathe, to embrace freedom, and to live as we were meant to live.